We'll now hear from Lorenz Technology, who are specialised in delivering software solutions for drones and mobile robots by the implementation of AI, edge computing and automation, integrating flight mapping and analysis on their platform, Lorenz AI Link and Lorenz Hive. Their solution aims to help maritime and security industries in digitalizing their manual workflow and optimize key processes by delivering high-precision, real-time data streaming with sub-second latency, from surveying to patrolling and inspecting physical objects, as well as detecting human activity with thermal cameras. They use innovative aerial technology to help their global partners increase efficiency and safety. After the presentation, please join us for the live Q&A.
Welcome to Lorenz Technology. Here we provide intelligent drone solutions for several industries, including security companies, police and other first responders. As we speak right now, we are 25 employees, people who all develop and deliver drone solutions. We're based in Denmark, Odense, the middle of the robotics cluster, the new European epicenter of tech development. With partners in several European countries, we're able to provide drone solutions for the security industry in most locations. Amongst our existing clients and customers, you'll find G4S Denmark, Securitas Denmark, Condor Schutz- und Sicherheitsdienst in Germany, Port Esbjerg and DFDS. Let's have a closer look at the solution especially relevant for security industry. Actually, the solution consists of two parts. First of all, a cloud-based software called the Lorenz Hive. The Lorenz Hive is the place where you easy and intuitive can plan your flights. You can gather all data, do the data analysis, and eventually also share your findings with other stakeholders internally and externally. For most people, it starts with mission planning. So you need to decide where the drone has to go and what kind of data the drone has to gather. You can do route flights, meaning that you establish pre-planned routes and simply press Fly Now on your tablet and off goes the drone on the route and gathers the relevant data. In case of accidents and emergencies, you can also do what is called manual flights on the Hive, meaning that you launch the drone as fast as possible, and while the drone flies, it gathers and sends all data straight into the Hive. The AI link on top will facilitate streaming of live video with sub-second latency. The next Hive feature is the archive. No matter how you plan to fly, whether it's route planned flights autonomously, where you press Fly Now, or you do the manual flights in case of emergency where you have to take off in a hurry, all data are stored in the Hive archive. Finally, I would like to mention the logbook of the Hive. Here you'll find all relevant information stored regarding the flights performed. You'll be able to see which drone flew where by which pilot or operator at what time, and you'll be able to access these data at any time you wish. The AI link is the second part of the product. This is a plug-and-play solution. You mount it on the drone and you fly it. This little box connects the drone to the cloud-based software Lorenz Hive. And in the near future, it'll also be able to connect outdoor driving robots to the Hive. Communication between the AI link and the drone is done by 4G connectivity. At the same time, this small unit makes us able to do edge computing and include AI on our solutions. We integrate with most of the popular drones in the market right now, capable of flying the missions our customers desire. Right here, the M210 from DJI and the M300. When looking at security, we offer the option of doing higher quality in core services, and on top of that, we open up for doing added services as well. Remember that the drone can be mounted with thermal and optical cameras, and thereby be the eye in the sky of the guard from the security provider. The AI link on top will facilitate streaming of live video with sub-second latency. The stream will go to the operator on ground, it'll go to the command central or the SOC, and in the end, if desired, it can be shared with authorities like police, fire brigades, etc. As a security operator, there are different ways of flying drones. You can choose route flying in the Hive if you have industry parameters where you do frequent flights. This makes you able to documentate all the data you gather, and you're also at the same time able to do comparable flights because you'll fly exactly the same route every time you enter the parameter. In case of emergency or accidents, you're always able to do manual flights, flying remote, where all data will be gathered in the Hive. While flying manually, you'll at the same time be streaming the live feed, the live video, low latency, to the operator, to the command central, and share it with relevant authorities according to your wish. We know that security companies operate in a highly competitive environment. In order to stand out and win the customer, you'll often have the need to offer added services. With the Lorenz Hive and the Lorenz AI link mounted on drones, you'll be able to do so. We've gathered just a few examples. You'll be able to do very easy and intuitive 2D mapping of areas, meaning you can provide your clients with a total overview so that they'll be able to do area management much more effective than they used to do. This is not only for security industry and the guard companies. For the police, there's often a need to get a quick overview and mapping of a crime scene before it's contaminated. By using this integrated function in the Lorenz Hive, you're able to do so very fast and very easy. At the same time, you can do closer inspection in high quality. You can do building inspection or inspection of other kinds of infrastructure. You'll get high-res pictures where you are able to do incident marking and generate reports with the pictures and the remarks all gathered in one efficient report. We hope that you have enjoyed the presentation and see the high value that drones can provide for the security industry. Lorenz AI Link and the Lorenz Hive is not a development project. It is market-ready technology that is out there and flying missions as we speak. At Lorenz Technology, we're ready to assist you implement this relevant technology and take security to the next level. We're looking forward to questions and collaboration. Thank you for watching.
Morning, everybody, and thank you so much to the fantastic Lorenz Technology. We've got Stern Land and Christian Skarob that are joining us live now for their. Thank you very much for the tech talk this morning. Welcome to everybody joining now for the Q&A. This is now your time to get posting all your questions for Stern and Christian. So don't be shy, pop them on there. And if you see any questions that come up in that box, that you'd like the answer to, please take the time to upvote it, because that'll mean that the question will definitely get answered. Now, I'm sure that most people will know, but just in case they don't, Sten and Christian are joining us from the Robotics Centre of Denmark. It's absolutely fantastic to see you guys. Now, I'm going to start off, if it's okay, asking you if you could maybe give a quick overview of the product and its benefits for people that maybe have joined and haven't watched the presentation just yet.
Yeah, I could give the introduction remarks and then my colleague Christian can take over from there. Well, the product you saw presented today in terms of security value is definitely a product for now and for the future. This product enables security operators to perform with higher quality within their core services, simply because they'll be able to gain a much better overview of perimeters and other areas for the clients and customers they're working for. At the same time, the drone technology, the Lorenz Hive with the AI link and the drone, opens up completely new business opportunities for security operators, making them able to go in and perform and offer added services towards their clients and customers. Often this will be in the field of facility management, which some of you probably already guessed, because when you have the overview of the perimeter and the buildings, why not start doing building inspection, roof inspection, using thermal cameras to see if there are any heat leakages or whatever. So this is simply up to the imagination of the provider to feed the customer with all these possible added services. But you have seen a product that facilitates the given situation right now and the future of the security industry, and it is ready to operate from the day to day. So this is the brief introduction. Maybe, Christian, you have some comments on top of that.
Yeah, that should only be that it's of course a drone solution. So the drone you see behind us here is a drone that will be used. On top of the drone, we mount this device. That's an AI link, we call it. It's a supercomputer that contains compute power to operate the drone and to analyze the data on board the drone. So our product is a two-side product. It's the edge compute device, and it's a cloud platform for gathering all your data and monitoring all your locations.
It sounds absolutely fantastic. Now, we've got questions coming in. If that's okay, I'll just go for it. So are you seeing a greater uptake from the private security industry in the use of drones? And if yes, why?
Well, right now we see this coming. We must say that the takeoff or the liftoff within the use of this technology, as we saw it, came from the public sector, maybe more from the first responders, from police and military, but it is taking off in the security segment now. And as we mentioned earlier, we have analyzed the security industry, and let's be frank, it's a tough competition out there. So you simply need all the means you can get to perform even better within your core value, in your core deliveries. So you need to deliver a better product towards your customer, making it even more convincing that you are in charge of security on the perimeter. And on top of this, by adding the possibility to do added services, we provide something for the security industry where they can beat the competition. So we think this is what lifts it right now.
And that's what everybody wants to do, beat their competition. So the UK's CAA states always keep your drone in sight so you can see and avoid other objects. In the G4S demo, it appears that the operator left his drone in the air and jumped into his vehicle, therefore not keeping his drone in sight. How do you get around this?
I could answer that one, Sam.
Please.
Of course, the G4S video is also a promotion video, but so that tells you why it's done this way. But to be completely honest, we have the same regulations in Denmark where you need to keep the drone in sight. but it doesn't mean that it cannot operate on its own. And that is the great difference between our product and other products. It is that this computer, it actually makes sure that the drone operates safely, even though if the operator should lose sight of the drone, or if something should happen where he needs to attend, it can operate on its own.
That is going to give operators a real peace of mind there. Thank you very much. So what guarding companies are you currently working with?
At the moment, we have been doing the early works with G4S. We have a close cooperation with the German company Condor Schutz und Sicherheit, located with HQ in Essen. They're both flying the system and they're promoting and reselling the system in Germany. And the Danish police force has tested the system for 1 month in real life action out there. And in December, we closed the first deal within the defense industry with the AI links as well. We have performed some early tests with Securitas Denmark as well. And we're constantly on the move and on the look for new security company partners all over the world.
Well, congratulations. It sounds like you've got quite a few on there already. How much battery consuming is the AI link?
Yeah, I'll take the technical one. Yeah, the AI link doesn't really take much battery. All the most of the battery goes directly to the motors and the rotors on board the drone. So it's a very small amount. It's so small that you cannot even, that we don't calculate it in when doing flights. And most of the drones today, the one I have behind me here, it has up to 45 minutes of flight time. We know as soon as we mount stuff on top of it, it takes down the operation time, but we are looking at 35 minutes as a normal production time on one battery charge on a normal drone like this one.
Fantastic. That's a nice battery life. So what's the key benefits of real-time streaming over sub-second latency?
Yeah, the major benefit of that is that you're actually watching stuff in real time, meaning that you potentially, not now, but very soon, will have the opportunity to actually interact with what is going on your different locations. And it doesn't matter whether it's locations only in country or outside your country. We go with the same latency in other countries. So just imagine if you have a large industry or a large company where you have sites and locations cross-border, you will actually be able to sit in the UK with sub-second latency and see what's going on in Denmark on my location, what's going on in France on my other location in real time.
Wow, that's got huge benefits then. So has Lorenz Technology explored the possibility of its products reaching African markets such as Equatorial New Guinea?
Those two, we haven't had anybody approaching us from those countries, but we have had contacts with South Africa. So we are definitely looking out for partners out there too.
That's brilliant. I've got loads of questions here. That's why I'm firing through them, because I know that we've got a short space of time. So I want to get as many in as possible. So we've got a great question. So what's the maximum wind speed that you can actually use them in?
Yeah, if you take a standard drone like the one behind us, we are operating them up to 15 meters a second wind. So that's when you have mean wind of 15 meters a second. So the wind speeds can actually be quite harsh. And looking into what we have learned from Denmark, you know, we're a very windy country and rainy. Here we have learned that we can actually operate on harbors almost all day a year with these drones. So they can, they are being all the time better and better in operating in windy conditions.
So keeping along the weather chat, the question is, what developments are in place to deal with poor weather? Or is it just nice to have when the conditions are appropriate?
Well, I would like to comment on that. One of our key reference cases, as Christian mentioned, from one of the very progressive ports here in Denmark, Port Esbjerg. And in a port and in a west wind environment like this is, it is very windy and rainy. It is simply necessary to be able to fly most of the days all year round. Otherwise, the business case seemed to crumble. So it's not just nice to have. You really need to find the drones that are able to fly under the environmental conditions that the client lives with. So it is not just something nice to have. It is very necessary to perform.
Well, from a very windy, rainy Yorkshire that in the UK,
Yeah.
that's very, very positive to hear. So how many drones can be active in the Hive at one time?
You can have all the drones active that you need. We have no limitations on the number of drones that we use in the Hive, and they can be on multiple locations across the globe. We operate them all with global connectivity, so we're able to connect to the drone wherever they are, and we can have as many as we want inside the system. So if there are any large clients out there, please bring the challenge on.
Yeah, no restrictions. Why not? So would you like to have a network of providers?
Yeah, definitely. It's a key factor to our success that we have a strong network which is able to move the product in all different markets. And you can say Lorenz Technology is a software provider. So in our business strategy, the main aim is to move the software. It's software where you pay a license according to the amount of drones you fly on the system and the amount of users you have let in on the system. So yes, we were definitely on the look for the right partners, and partners who know about drone technology, who are able to bond with the clients out there to support them with both legislation, if it comes to that, but also in terms of maintenance and service and education of their people if they need to fly and operate the system by themselves.
Okay, we've got time for one last question, if that's okay. So what benefits does edge computing bring to the AI link?
Yeah, let me take that one. Yeah, the first one is that you can actually analyze what the drone sees, and just imagine having drones flying around gathering data where potential people or cars or something that you could identify pass by. Having an edge compute device, you could actually make sure that your or that the GDPR rules are covered with this device, because we can actually on edge, on board the drone, make sure that we don't get the faces, registration numbers on cars or anything back to the backend system.
If I could add one small comment to that, because Christian's mentioning the effect of edge computing and using the AI, and I'm allowed to do a little commercial here, because Thursday at 10 Central European Time, we launch a webinar regarding drones on ports, making the ports even smarter and more digitalized. And there you'll be able to see the use cases specifically. How do we fly? What do we do? And also, how can you implement edge computing and the use of AI with drone technology?
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for all of the questions that you guys have asked. I know that there's loads that we haven't got answered, so sorry about that. We tried our best to get as many in as we possibly could. Thank you to Son and Christian, and of course from Lorenz Technology. Thank you to you guys for a fantastic TED Talk and for answering all of our questions. Thank you so much. Our final TED Talk is, gosh, where has that time gone? Is at midday with Prism Software. Thanks so much.
Thank you.